All right, so I got some New England questions for you.
This is
right?
like my bread and butter. I love this shit.
Awesome. Okay,
Superlatives.
so here this will the first one will be for you. We'll kind of go back and forth. You guys can both give your answers. So we like to add an additional state to our 6 New England states. So if you are going to add another state to New England,
that makes sense.
No, whatever you want it to be. Yeah. Some people choose other countries too.
It doesn't have to make sense.
Anything that you want to add to New England as a state, a city, a country, you can pick and choose, even if it's just a single beach. But everything has to come with it. So if it's got a different language, if it's got a lot of traffic, if it's got good or shitty food, like bad weather, whatever it is. Like, for example, I like to add Florida.
I was thinking about adding Florida until you said it could be worldwide.
Yeah, it could be worldwide.
No. Yeah.
We started expanding it worldwide just because some people are more well-traveled internationally and not in the U.S.
Some good spots.
Okay, so I would say Florida if we had to keep it in the nation.
The answer is Florida.
No, because I wanted to get like the Florida warmth, okay? But then
But what about L.A.? I figured you guys were going to say L.A., no? You said it's like your second home.
Everything with it.
Or just California as a whole.
It would bring too much anxiety with it. I don't need that around here with Jared.
I don't need wildfires or earthquakes.
Yeah, like the whole reason we moved was like he was afraid the fault was going to break every day.
Oh, it's going to at some point.
San Andreas Fault.
I'll never forget.
I saw that movie too.
Oh, yeah.
San Andreas Fault.
Jared can't watch the movie.
The Rock is not saving the day. He's going to fly away in his private helicopter. But I remember I was pulling out of the street. True. And, like, it's terrible to say, but the homeless population is a very severe problem in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And so it is, these people need help, but it is also quite scary because a lot of, they're not afraid of anything. Obviously, What do they have to lose? So I remember I was pulling out of my side street one day, and there was a homeless guy walking up to my car, screaming. I don't know what's screaming. Like, whatever he was screaming. And he walks up behind my car, and he just takes both fists and slams them against the trunk of my car. And my car, like, bounces up and down, and he starts walking away screaming. And I'm like, what am I going to do?
Right.
Well, I'm going to, excuse me, sir. Like, he's going to
Don't open up the door.
Yeah. I mean, what am I going to do? So it's just like, all right, I guess I just keep on driving.
There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, it's nothing you can do.
And then even you can't like report it. No one cares because they're like, no, welcome to LA.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what it is.
So anyway, definitely not LA.
My answer is actually that I would like to, I want to just bring Italy over here for the food, just because I want to eat like that food every day.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's really basic. Like that's a really basic answer.
Fit in with Federal Hill a little bit,
and it would fit. And then we'd also have some pretty more beaches and scenic stuff, and they don't really have many problems.
Okay, here's another question for you that's a little bit on brand for you guys.
I just know how I feel when I eat their food.
If The Bachelor was going to film here in New England, who do you think would have the best contestants? Like Vermont people, Maine people, New Hampshire? Like where would be the best like location to like shoot the show?
Jared's going to say Johnston.
I mean, the obvious answer, of course, is Boston, but it's too obvious. So I would say, well, I mean, I think Rhode Island, I think Warwick would be a wonderful place. You know what's funny? When they were asking me, because I was limited right before hometowns, and I should have got a hometown, but long story, we don't need to go down that road. But they were asking me, what do you want to do for your hometown? And then I was like, Ashley, you're going to... Yeah. I can't believe I'm going to say this publicly.
Oh, God, what are you going to say?
I was telling them about City Park and how we could have like a picnic there, and then like
they would have never gone for that.
Obviously,
once
it's probably why they were like,
Park.
Caitlin, send this guy home. I don't know if you know City Park in Warwick, but I still play co-ed softball there. I don't know if you
love that for you.
Oh, it's the
so
best.
City Park is the one that's got the over in Buttonwood, right?
Yeah,
kind of near that.
That's where I grew up, right outside Buttonwood.
Okay.
So I was telling them that they should go to City Park, and then we could have a picnic, and then like play a sport
Jared.
or something like that, so I could show her my sporty side.
The moments that like make me realize that like some of his annoying pride and like just
Rhode Islandness,
is
actually like super duper endearing and adorable.
He's got a case of the Rhode Island.
So cute.
But also Providence. I mean, Providence would be a great area to shoot, or I think people from the area would be best to be contestants on the show.
I think
either or.
Probably gone to
probably shooting. I mean, Providence is super cool.
Wesley got some pretty nice guys.
Wesley's got. Honestly, they should.
Actually,
shoot
we all
Wesley.
left.
Watch Hill, Ocean.
That's
Ocean
not
House.
you though. Like you would have never.
I'm saying for the show in general. That's beautiful.
Yeah, but Watch Hill is like all New York people.
You know what you
That's
should
not
have
really
done?
westerly, you know?
No.
Jared.
I guess, do you want to showcase
Defensive.
Rhode Island people on the show? bring them to West Warwick. Bring them to Cranston.
That we deviated from that question, but if you were to take The Bachelor, you should have probably just gone to Narragansett, taken like a walk on the beach, and then
Yeah.
like you could have gone to your, turtle soup and like had a drink there.
Right.
And that would have been cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
They're filming Love is Blind in Boston, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right? I
Yeah.
heard about that. Okay, cool. Next question. Rank your New England sports teams in order. Number one being your favorite. And then, we like to include the New England Revolution and the New England Free Jack as well, which is our rugby team.
Well, those are
the
5
bottom.
and 6.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, one, it's just football. NFL dominates, bro. It's the Patriots, obviously. I mean, I'm so invested in them. So I would say Patriots 1. Number 2 is it's a toss-up between the Bruins and the Red Sox because I love baseball so much, and the fact that the Red Sox signed Bregman, they signed Crochet, like there's some buzz around them this year, makes me very excited. Hopefully Devers decides to be DH at first base, but that's besides the point.
Yep.
Probably it's so tough because it's like when the Bruins are doing well, I'm like, oh, the Bruins are my second favorite team. But then when the Red Sox are doing well, I'm like, oh, the Red Sox are my second favorite team. I'd say probably Red Sox. So I'd say Patriots, Red Sox, Bruins, Celtics number 4. Not because I don't love the Celtics and they're obviously fresh off the championship, but it's just the NBA as a whole. I've just grown less interested in, which makes me sad because, man, when I was growing up, I was a huge Celtics fan. I would watch every single game, even before the big 3. I mean, obviously when KG and Ray Allen came here, but like I loved Paul Pierce growing up and him and Antoine Walker, and then it was Ricky Davis and like
Oh, that was great.
Kenny
What a squad.
Anderson, or not Kenny Anderson. Was it Kenny Anderson that played for us?
Antoine Walker.
Antoine Walker, but there was a lefty point guard. He was number 7. Can't remember his name. But anyway, and then it was Tony,
Tony Allen.
No,
Jared
Tony
and I create the
Batty.
longest podcast
I know,
ever.
sorry.
'Cause especially
He had a-
Jared, on something like this, will not shut up
Tony
about
Batiste.
the area.
That's not Tony Batiste. Is that it?
Batista? No, I'm thinking of a
No.
wrestler. No,
But
you
he
might
had
be
a-
right. Tony Batista
Oh,
might be
He
right.
had
yeah.
a Batman tattoo.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
remember, like, anytime we played the Lakers, I was like, oh, that's awesome. Because he Batman versus, obviously, Shaq's Superman
Superman,
tattoo.
right.
I was like, oh, that's awesome.
And Superman always won, just to clarify.
Always.
Because it's Shaq.
Yeah.
Do you have okay, I'll let you
don't I really don't care.
Okay,
I especially
that's
don't
fine.
care now. But like Patriots
So then
would be number 1.
Well, Giants are number 1 for you.
It has to be New England.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut that if you say that. Just so you know.
Maybe we could be honest.
Why don't you rank your favorite states then? Because that's what our next question is. So
rank the favorite New England states.
favorite New England states.
Well, I've only been to. Well, okay, so I mean, I guess number 1 is Rhode Island. Number
Woohoo.
2 is going to be.
Let's be honest.
Massachusetts.
I want to be truthful. I mean, between Massachusetts and Rhode Island, which one do you like more?
Well, if I had to choose to live in the Boston area or where we live now, I'd rather live in the Boston area. But it still wouldn't make more sense because the whole reason is that I want to be close to my family.
I'm asking you to rank them. Just rank them. What is number 1?
No, I would pick Rhode Island because I love Newport and I love it in the summer here, and I love
right.
Wickford and I love Westerly.
Okay. Yeah, Wickford's a wonderful gem.
So it would
It's a
be
great
Rhode
way to put
Island
that.
and then Massachusetts and then probably Maine, and because I don't know, maybe Vermont then Maine, but I've only been to them in like very small doses, like the smallest.
They're
of
pretty much the
doses.
same all around.
Yeah.
Once you've been to one town in Maine, you've pretty much been to all of
I've
them.
never been to New Hampshire, so we can put that at the bottom.
Oh, that hurts.
Oh, no, New Hampshire's great. You'd love New Hampshire.
I love New Hampshire.
Okay, and then
We all know what's going on the bottom.
Yes.
and then Connecticut's on the
You
bottom. You
look
know
right in
why
that camera when
Connecticut
you say
goes on the
that.
bottom?
Oh, okay, good. I didn't
Because
know.
I can't deal with the traffic on the way to New Jersey and New York there.
Dude,
Yeah.
you're
On
the
not
way
even
there.
you're not even from New England. Like Connecticut, I'm sorry. You're just not. Like you go to the southern part of the state, that is New York.
Yeah.
Like,
Agreed.
And if New York's not a part of New England, Connecticut's not a part of New England.
Yeah,
All right.
because New York is like parallel with us.
Right.
Yeah.
So wouldn't that technically also be in parts
I don't
New
know.
England? No.
It's just and then like
Nope.
anytime
They're
Connecticut.
the tri-state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
So
gonna
it's
say no
New York,
just so they don't get into
Connecticut,
funny ideas.
New York,
Get them out of
Connecticut,
here.
and
in Jersey.
you guys
Philadelphia,
must-
right?
You guys
Jersey.
must hate
Pennsylvania,
Connecticut
Wait.
Yeah.
What?
because from
Well,
Westerly.
We grew up in Westerly, so he lives in Connecticut now. He lives in New London.
Well, that's what I mean.
But
live
like
in-
growing
I
up
live
in
in
Westerly,
Mystic. I live in Mystic. Don't say New
Southeast
London.
Connecticut is like that's where we spent all of our time.
But,
we didn't like come up to Warwick. We like went to New London. We went to Waterford. Like most of our hangouts were in the Connecticut Stonington.
Well, we had the
Connecticut.
mall there, too,
You
at
would love
one point.
Stonington if you haven't been yet. You
Yeah,
should go check out
Stonington's
Stonington and Mystic. Have you been to Mystic?
Yeah, we've been to Mystic.
Yeah,
I know.
Stonington
I wanna
Borough
go
is
to
really cute too.
I want to go to Mystic and be cute and not just go to the aquarium.
Yeah.
We've only done that.
Oh yeah, you got to go to
tell her.
downtown.
I was gonna
downtown
say,
Mystic.
I know all
the
about-
downtown
Yeah.
area is really
Needing
nice,
to go to
but if you
downtown
go
Mystic,
the
yeah.
place next door to the aquarium, that's all outside. You can walk around. It's a nice
Oh,
little spot.
really?
In the summer, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Mystic. Next to the Mystic Aquarium is like the Mystic Village.
Yeah, Mystic Village. Yep.
Yep,
Yeah,
yeah,
there's a
I've heard
couple
of
nice
this. Oh, I didn't
bars.
know
You
it
can
was
get
so
some small
close.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
literally
little
right-
shops.
same-
Nothing
Yeah.
satisfies my soul.
Actually, if
more
you
than
think
little
about
shops.
it, it's just very similar to this, just a little older.
Yeah.
It feels older, but all the shops are fairly new.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cute.
If that makes sense. They got like a sweet Harry Potter shop, anime shop, all kinds of new stuff in there.
I like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Anime I never got into.
That's okay. That's a different podcast.
That's all right. Yeah.
For me only.